Groove Life came out with their weirdest wallet yet, and I have 10 things you should know before getting one. Hey everyone, I'm Dave with Beastmade Reviews, of course a channel dedicated to reviewing quality products that bring your life value. Now I'm a big fan of Groove Life. I think if you've watched the channel at all, I think it would be safe to say I'm a Groove Life fanboy. I really like everything they've made. They have really great activewear rings, great belts, great wallets, great watch straps. Everything they've made is really good. And their original wallet, the OG wallet they have, is fantastic. It has this really cool mechanism that has a very satisfying feel and click to it. Whenever you click it open, it fans the cards perfectly. Really cool. But in Groove Life fashion, they made a new version of their wallet that is very much in the minimalist category, even smaller than their original one. And it maybe is on the weird side. So I wanted to make this video as a kind of review of this really interesting new wallet. And of course, before we get started, if you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe down below. If you like anything fashion, EDC, anything cool, I think you really like it here. And if you're interested in this wallet, I'll have a link down below to Groove Life, and that is an affiliate link. Anytime you buy through that, it will help support the channel, and I always really appreciate it when you do that. Thank you so much. All right, first point here, it is small. Very, very small. Their smallest wallet yet. It's tiny. According to the dimensions on their website, it says it's 57.25 millimeters by 85.68 millimeters by 10.58 millimeters. In Groove Life, what is wrong with you? Why don't you have this in imperial measurements? Hello? Groove Life? Yeah, I did say that you need to put imperial measurements. Wait, you're saying I can look it up on Google and it only takes a couple of seconds to do the conversion? And I don't have to complain on YouTube or make a comment about which version is better, metric or imperial? Hey Siri, what is 57.25 millimeters to inches? Or 2.25 inches, hey Siri, and 3.37 inches, hey Siri, by 0.42 inches. And it weighs 65 grams, or in ounces, they have that as 2.29281 ounces. And I'm glad it's not 2.29282 ounces, because that would be way too heavy. All jokes aside, it's very small, very pocket friendly. It slips in your pocket and it really truly disappears in there and you can't even feel it's there pretty much. It definitely lives up to the name Stealth. And the overall dimensions are very, very close to just a card's dimensions. So if you have some cards, I mean, it doesn't take up much more space than that. It's truly one of the smallest wallets that I've reviewed on this channel. My next point here is it holds a lot more than you would think. They say it can hold up to 14 cards, and for this size, that's insane. Most wallets will claim up to 12 cards, and even then, that's a lot of cards, and it usually gets pretty tight in those wallets too. Now, I did 8 on camera for the B-roll, but I went back and put 14 cards in here. I did not know it could fit that many cards here, and I tested it, and I even left the card tray in here and put 14 cards. It had no problem holding 14 cards with the card tray. Now, they say it can hold 14 cards without the card tray. I think it can hold even more than that, even with the card tray. Now, I don't know how it will do with the elastic bands on here. Maybe it'll put more stress on the elastic the more cards you put on here. But I will say it was no problem getting the max amount of cards in here, and it can probably even hold more. Next point here is that this has swappable faceplates, which I always think is pretty cool. Now the color that I got here is in black, and they have a few different colors that you can choose from. They have black, gunmetal, carbon fiber, and then hero flag or an American flag colorway. All of them look really cool. I think it's really neat that they allow you to swap faceplates on here very easily. It just takes little Torx bits on here and you can take them off really easily. Now, unlike other brands that have the little bit driver to undo the plates, this one does not come with one. Now, that's not really a deal killer for me. They're really easy to find. I'll even have a link down below if you need one. It's common enough to where it's not a big deal. And they also make it really easy to buy the extra faceplates on the web page itself. They have bundles that include all the faceplates, which is really cool. I always think it's really cool for these metal style wallets when you can swap out the faceplates. Some wallets have the option of having the faceplates swap out, but you can't really buy the other ones. And then other brands don't even have the ability to swap out faceplates. So I think it's always cool to have just a little bit extra customization there. Really neat. Good touch. Next point here is I don't know if there's RFID blocking on this or not. Now, usually with metal style wallets, they will advertise this as being RFID blocking. And I believe even the original OG wallet has that as one of their things that they advertise for the wallet. This one does not have that on here. It could be that it's just because it partially covers the card that it might not be guaranteed to be RFID blocking. But I think even then, I think you still probably could have RFID blocking if you put the chip underneath the metal. I'm just assuming that because of the orientation of the card that makes it dubious of whether or not it can be RFID blocking, they just don't put it on there. Now, all of that said, I don't really know if RFID blocking is necessary for most wallets anyway. I don't even know if it's that big of a problem. Maybe it is, I'm not really sure, but I always like it when I can have it, just in case. Next point here is just the design. It has a really cool asymmetrical design. First, it's very eye-catching, of course. It reminds me a lot of maybe like a fighter jet or something like that. Maybe it's just the name stealth that brings you to stealth bomber. I don't really know. It just has that kind of really cool angular look to it. Now, looks aside, the function of it though is really what got me here. It has a center cutout that makes pushing out cards really easy. And then the top relief there makes it to where you can grab a card, fan out the cards, and sort through your cards really easily. Like Groove Life does, they really think about the aesthetics and the functionality of the design, and they make something where everything makes sense. Everything has a place, a purpose, and a function. Really cool. The next point here is the tray. Now, this is another obvious feature of this design, but it has a tray on the inside there. Whenever a wallet can add a tray and it be low profile, I'll take it. There are some designs out there for wallets that do it really well. This is one of them, and I love that it's included with this design. If you fold up some bills, you can put cash in there and it holds it pretty securely because that cutout covers about 2/3 of the bills up there. If you want to put coins or even keys in the cutout, you can do that as well. Then you can take a card and slide it over that tray, and then whatever is in there will be a lot more secure. Now, the cash is already pretty secure even without a card, but I would say if you have a key or if you have coins in there, definitely put the card on there and that'll keep everything in there. And I also love that the tray is recessed so it doesn't get in the way of the cutout. Really great design there. And it has a little top cutout too, so you can grab things without it getting caught on the lip of the tray. And I guess if you had any coins, that would probably allow it to slide out a little bit better. All right, next point here is weird purchase ambiguity on the website. Now, this is actually a little bit of a criticism here about the website. Groove Life kind of has these bundles. Sometimes they make sense and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're clear and sometimes they're not. And this was one thing that I did not like about my experience with this. Now, as I mentioned before, there's a few different faceplates on here and you can buy them all as a bundle. But one of the upgrades that they have, is buying a second faceplate, but it's just the same faceplate as far as I know. So that's kind of weird. It's $10 extra to do that. So it's not a huge investment to do that. But what I don't like is because it's vague and ambiguous, you buy the extra thing thinking you're getting something else when all you're getting is a duplicate faceplate that you don't really need. Then you want to return the extra faceplate and you can't do that. You have to return the whole package. At least that's what I'm assuming here in this case. And so at that point, you're thinking, do I just return everything, have to wait, get the refund, and then buy it all over again just to get the same thing for $10 less? Or do I just stick with the extra faceplate that I bought on accident? I think a lot of people, if they buy the extra faceplate on accident, they're just not going to go through that and wait. They're probably just going to keep it and eat the extra $10. $10 is $10, not a huge deal killer. I just don't like it when companies have vague things on here that seem almost predatory. I don't like that at all. I think all of that can be cleared up with just clearer wording of what you're getting. You're not getting your second choice of faceplate. You're just getting an extra same faceplate. You don't need that. Now, I did not get the extra faceplate and I didn't have to return it. So I would love to know if that is your experience and if that's actually the case. Let me know down in the comments if that's what your experience was. I would love to hear it. Next point here is this is covered under their Groove Guarantee. And their Groove Guarantee is their warranty, essentially. But is it just me or have they reworded it? I'm not really sure, but it looks like they may have reworded it to be something else. From what I remember there being a 100-year warranty or something like that. And I don't remember exactly what it was. It was like a no bull warranty. If you look at their Groove Guarantee now, it's different. They word it in a very different way where it sounds almost like you're not getting a lifetime warranty, and it looks like they're not guaranteeing it for everything that you need. It almost just sounds like a limited warranty. The wording seems a lot softer and squishier and general, so that kind of leaves me a little bit suspicious of where they're going with their warranty at all. Hopefully that gets cleared up as well. All right, next point here, let's get to some comparisons. Now, the obvious first comparison here is to the original OG wallet from Groove Life. And if you look at these two side by side, I really love the original wallet. I think it's a great wallet, and I do think it's a pretty small wallet. But when you look at it side by side with this looks absolutely tiny. And the other one is not big at all. It does not feel massive in your pocket, at least not to me. Now, this one doesn't have any type of mechanism, anything cool in there, unlike the original wallet. This is just your fingers. Whatever you use to fan out the card, push out the cards, that's what you have. But it also has a tray, which I prefer, and I really like the form factor as well. Next comparison here is to the Ridge wallet. Ridge wallet is about the same size, dimension-wise, as a credit card, and this is very similar in size to that. But as far as functions here, this is way better than Ridge. The center cutout, I mean, that's massive right there. And then all the other things, like with the cutout to pull out cards, fan cards, your tray, this is so much better than a Ridge wallet. And last comparison here is to the Ridge Wallet Lite. And this one is a bit of a wild card here, but Ridge Wallet has their Ridge Wallet Lite that is a very interesting wallet that I don't know if I like. It's like 2/3 the size of a Ridge wallet. And this kind of reminds me of that. But the problem with the Ridge Wallet Lite is that it just doesn't really work as well as an original Ridge. And this one is better than both of them, so go figure. Now, there's other comparisons out there that I could make too. I think Aviator Wallet is one that I think you could compare to that has a very similar form factor. Aviator also has a tray you can put in there. I think the Gear Infusion Wallet is another great option here that is very similar in size, another excellent choice there. But everything considered, this is a very inexpensive wallet. I think it does a lot that a lot of those other wallets do as well, and in some cases, way better. My last point here is that there's no spare parts at all, at least that I could find. Like I mentioned before, there's no bit driver that comes with this, no spare screws, no extra elastic. There's no place on their website where I can find any of that as well. With this type of design, screws are going to strip sometimes. You might put something in the wrong way. You'll need some more. Elastic is going to wear out eventually. It might fray, you might cut it. It might just get too stretchy like an old pair of underwear, and it's not going to shrink back at all. Eventually, elastic will wear out. The tray is plastic. It might chip or crack or break. Now, I haven't tested this long enough to know how long it will take for that. Probably a long time, but I just wish they had some kind of spare parts on there that you could buy. Now, it could be that it's just all under their Groove warranty. I don't really know, but it would just be nice to have the option to do that instead of have to go through a warranty process. Overall though, I really love this wallet. It is such a cool wallet. For this size, for the price, everything that it offers is just right. You can get everything that you want in a small wallet with a great functionality and a great look to it. It has really everything that I want in this style of wallet. Comparing this to the original OG wallet, honestly, I don't know which one I would choose. They're both excellent wallets. I think it just comes down to size preference and if you like that mechanical movement of the original OG wallet over this with a tray. Either one is a great option and a great choice. So whichever wallet you choose, I know that you'll be happy with either. Now, true, there's no fancy mechanical movement or anything, but I think a lot of people, when they want a simple, small wallet like something like this, props to Groove Life for making that and accommodating their customers. I think this is a great design, and it really sets itself apart from other wallets of this size and type. But today, the Stealth wallet is a win. Fantastic wallet from Groove Life. Definitely go check it out. And again, if you like this wallet, definitely go check it out at the link below. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm Dave with Beastmade Reviews.